some of you know how it is dealing with the city of Portland when you're a business owner, and a lot of you don't know what a real nightmare it is operating a business in the city of Portland, Oregon. Well, let me illustrate some of the great advantages to being a business owner in Portland, Oregon. About a month back, our beloved building inspector shows up, and you know they always find something. You know, they've never not found something wrong with this building. Every time they show up, they're going to have a list of things to do. All right, we try to be cooperative with our beloved city officials, even though we actually despise them. But we try to pretend we like them. We want to cooperate with them. And, you know, we know that the city can do anything it wants. It's not accountable, but they're in the position to hold us accountable, and that's just the way life is. You know, people that are unaccountable hold other people accountable for things that they themselves are not accountable for. But that's neither here nor there. So anyway, one of the major problems was that I didn't have this sign posted to the door. Okay, so I had 30 days to put that sign in the location where you see it by the door. So I fixed that the next day, of course. However, it turns out that you know, I talked to the building inspector. He's a nice guy, very nice, personable guy. I have no real complaints against him. He works for the city that doesn't work. I talked to him and I thought I understood how the process, and you know, the paperwork comes in. You know how it is. You get so much paperwork, you don't read every little line. So anyway, I put the sign up, and then I get a call from him today, as a matter of fact. And he says, "Oh, you didn't call us to tell us you complied, so you're gonna have a fine." And I went, "What? What?" I put the sign up. I put it on my Portland Rose Apartments blog, and you can see that it was there. And he goes, "No, it's up to you to call and schedule a reinspection. So you could be assessed a fine. And you know how much the fine is for not calling them to tell them to come and reinspect their citation? You figure that they would call you since you're paying for all this in your taxes." But no, they put that on you too in Portland. They make you call them. They don't want to take. They only show up when they want to, randomly. You know, once every whoever knows. They just show up when they want to, and then they want you to call them. So I didn't call them because, you know, I figured, okay, the sign's up. So it turns out that it's a $500 fine for not calling them. You know, in the required time. They're going to assess me $500 fine because I didn't call them and tell them I put that sign up. Thank you, Portland. We love you. We love it here. Yes, build streetcars. Drive away all the business people. Anyway, on a side note, I have an excellent recommendation for any tenant that has sour grapes with their landlord. Here's what you do. You live in your apartment right to the very end of your tenancy. You give your landlord notice, and you make sure that the apartment is in a completely trash state when you leave, okay? You just make it so that the radiator is broken and that you haven't done any cleaning in there for 10 years so that there's mold on there. And then you call the city of Portland and you file a complaint that there's no heat in there and that there's mold, you see? So you make sure that there's no heat and you make sure that there's mold before you call the city on a complaint. But you don't bother to tell your landlord this. Okay, you don't bother to tell the landlord, "Oh, there's no heat or there's mold." You just wait until you leave and file a complaint with the city of Portland. And the beloved city, yes, comes to the rescue of the poor downtrodden masses and says, "You bad landlord, what have you been doing here? You know, we have one of the nicest, most affordable buildings in Northwest Portland. People live here for years." So that's how you do it, tenants. That's how you screw your landlord. Just make sure you make the place a disaster and then blame it on him when you move out. So I'm giving a tip to all of you tenants out there that don't like your landlord. Take it from me. I'm a landlord. Actually, I'm a good landlord. You can't make people happy all the time.